At 1 p.m., we arrived at the Tesla Center for the test drive. It was definitely different. Nobody rushed out to meet us. I asked myself, where were the salesmen? The wife went to the front desk to see if they were ready for us, so I thought I'd look around, check out the display models. Oh, the gull wing doors on the Model X, that made me think of what I thought future cars would look like. I remember thinking, what happens at 88 miles an hour? All the models appeared sleek and clean. Looks like knobs and gauges are a thing of the past. I went over to the Model Y and the only instrument appeared to be an iPad-like screen in the middle of the car's dash. Was I slowly being drawn into this vicious web of electronic deception? I looked around. Nobody was watching me. They apparently just let everybody wander around. You could look at any car and touch whatever you wanted to. And no salesman. This was not what I was expecting. Where were all the hungry salesmen that I had to defeat to get a fair price for my trade-in? Where was that manager that pulled me aside and told me in a low voice that because I was special, he would make sure I got the brand discount? Where was the salesman who would be fired if he lost this sale? Why was someone's job not resting on whether I purchased this car? These were all the stories I had heard in the past. These are the things I was expecting. These are the things I was prepared for. You know, the hard sell. I looked around. There was no one. I could wander and check out whatever I wanted to, and there was no one. I noticed the wife had checked in. She was in the waiting area. She got herself a coffee and was checking something on her phone. That is never good. I got a coffee and sat beside her. About 10 minutes later, we were told the car was ready. We walked out to the front where we were greeted by a technician. He sat in the back seat and explained how Tesla worked and answered all our questions. About 15 minutes later, I drove the car off the lot. When I was comfortable and after a quick prayer, I turned on the self-driving. Sweat started to bead on my forehead. I looked at my wife, who was really nervous. There was a lot of traffic and our destination was about 10 blocks away through that traffic. It took a whole 3 minutes and the both of us were relaxed. The car was amazing. I had to be ready to take control, but that never happened. The wife says, drives better than me. I hope she was joking. She was next and experienced the same thing. The future was here. We were sold. We both talked about our experiences on the drive home. The wife bought the car on the web that night and arranged to pick it up that Friday. As usual, the next day, I started to have second thoughts. Was this all a trick? Did they lull us into a false sense of security? Well, Friday was pickup day. I had till then to discover the truth, and I would discover the truth.